Alright, let's work on another problem. Right now we're going to work on 5B number 8. Okay, so in Professor Friedman's economics course, the correlation between the students' total scores prior to the final examination and their final examination score is R.6. The pre-exams totals for all students in the course have a mean of 280 and a standard deviation of 30. The final exam scores have a mean 75 and standard deviation 8. If you remember, we can calculate the slope and the y-intercept with these two formulas right here. B is equal to R, the correlation times the standard deviation y over standard deviation x, and A is equal to y bar minus B times x bar. We first have to identify what exactly the x and y is, what the explanatory and response. So we have a pre-exam and a post-exam. So they're probably trying to find a relationship between how they did in the pre-exam and the final exam scores. So that would mean the pre-exam is our explanatory, and the final exam information is the response. So with that, let's plug in all the information that we know. We know R, 0.6. We know standard deviation of X, right? Our explanatory, the pre-exam, 30, and the standard deviation of Y, the response, the final, is 8. So R is equal to 0.6, standard deviation of Y is equal to 30, and anyway, let's write it. So let's write that out for you. I'm gonna write that out for you. So R is equal to 0.6, and SY, remember, is the response, so that's a standard deviation of 8, and Sx is 30. So plug it in the formula, right? Slope is equal to R times standard deviation y, standard deviation of x. So let's just plug that in our calculator to figure out what slope is. Turn it on, quit this. We're going to go 0.6 times 8 divided by 30, right? Standard deviation of y divided by standard deviation of x. Our slope is 0.16. Cool. So now we know slope, we can figure out what the y-intercept is. So B is equal to 0.16. Now let's plug that into our formula for A. A is now equal to y bar minus 0.16 times x bar. Now what is y bar and what is x bar? Let's go back to the question. Remember that pre-exam scores is the 280, which is the y, right? So 280, and then the post, actually the pre, yeah, 280, and then the post 75. So this is the response. So 75 should be y bar, and 280 is our x bar. Let's go back and work that out. So A is equal to 280 minus 0.16 times, actually I did that wrong. Erase that. Anyway, let's just do it in the calculator. Y bar minus 0.16 times x bar. Go back to the question. Okay, so x bar is the explanatory, which is 280. We'll start with the y bar. Y bar is 75 minus 280 times 0.16, and that is our A, right? That yields A, 30.2. Cool. So our A is 30.2. Our slope is 0.16. So of our options, we have 30.2 plus 0.16, B. That should be your answer.